In the depths of space, where silence reigns over the cosmic void, the galaxy stirred with secrets of a past long buried. The Milky Way, resplendent with countless stars and swirling nebulae, was now the stage for an awakening that had been whispered about in forgotten legends. Here, amid the ruins of ancient Earth and amidst the glittering towers of advanced alien metropolises, time itself seemed to hold its breath. Drifting near the outer spiral arms, the remnants of a civilization thought to be lost forever began to reassert their presence. Abandoned relics, monolithic stone structures etched with cryptic symbols and star maps, sat silently on barren worlds. Their weathered surfaces told tales of an age when humanity's light once shone brightly, before fading into the tapestry of cosmic history. In stark contrast, sprawling cities of interstellar species pulsed with neon brilliance and high-speed transit, melding technology and art into a vibrant mosaic of the future. Amidst this grand backdrop, an almost imperceptible signal rippled through the void, a low, haunting hum that defied the stillness of space. It was a call from the past, echoing through millennia, and only the keenest of minds could discern its message. On a remote research outpost orbiting a dying star, a group of scientists and explorers gathered around flickering holographic displays. Their voices, hushed yet full of wonder, exchanged urgent speculations as the signal's patterns revealed fragmented images and indecipherable glyphs. "It's as if the very heartbeat of humanity is calling out," murmured Dr. Elena Serrano, her eyes alight with a mix of excitement and disbelief. Her colleague, Lieutenant Marcus Hale, leaned closer to the shimmering screen. "A million years have passed, yet this relic of sound ties us to our origins. Could it be the lost legacy of our ancestors?" In that moment, the outpost became a nexus of hope and mystery. Every whispered theory and hurried calculation hinted at a truth that defied the boundaries of time. The ancient signal, imbued with an energy that transcended the ages, beckoned explorers to unravel the enigmatic heritage of a species thought extinct. Humanity was not gone. It was dormant, waiting to re-emerge into a universe that had long evolved without it. As the signal pulsed through the cosmos, it sowed the seeds of destiny. The call was clear, a summons to reclaim an identity lost in the annals of time. Little did anyone know that this awakening would soon ignite a journey that would challenge the very fabric of galactic order and transform the destiny of countless worlds. In a secluded corner of the cosmos, aboard the sleek and resilient starship Celestial Voyager, Captain Aurora Drake studied the sprawling map of stars projected before her. The command deck, bathed in the glow of holographic constellations and pulsating data streams, resonated with a calm yet determined hum, a quiet precursor to the storm of destiny. Aurora's eyes, deep and focused, flitted over coordinates and ancient symbols interwoven with the signal from the lost legacy. Ever since her childhood, she had been captivated by the mystery of the cosmos, a mystery that spoke of a past both grand and enigmatic. Raised on tales of Earth's golden age and driven by a longing to rediscover its hidden truths, she had carved a name for herself among the interstellar explorers. Yet today, as the signal's rhythmic pulse reverberated through her mind, a new, irresistible call beckoned. A sudden alert shattered the silence. A message, marked with urgency and encrypted in archaic script, blinked to life on her central console. The voice of Lieutenant Mara Voss, her trusted second-in-command, came through with barely contained excitement. "Captain, you need to see this. The research outpost near the Dusk Nebula has made contact. There's an ancient relic that resonates with the same frequency as the signal we intercepted," Mara reported, her voice a mixture of awe and urgency. Aurora leaned forward, her mind racing with the implications. This was more than a mere coincidence. It was a summons from the depths of time itself. "Patch them through, Lieutenant," she commanded, her tone steady but laced with anticipation. The holographic screen flickered, revealing the image of Dr. Elena Serrano, a face lined with wonder and the weight of discovery. "Captain Drake," Dr. Serrano began, her voice trembling ever so slightly with the gravity of the moment. "We have uncovered inscriptions on the relic that suggest it once belonged to an ancient civilization of Earth. It's unlike anything we've seen in this quadrant. Aurora's heart quickened. The prospect of reconnecting with humanity's forgotten past ignited a fire within her. Dr. Serrano, prepare to transmit the full data set. Mara, chart a course to the Dusk Nebula. It seems destiny has placed our next step right before us. The bridge fell into a brief, reverent silence as the captain absorbed the significance of her order. Outside the expansive viewports, the galaxy unfurled in a glittering display of light and shadow, each star a silent witness to the eternal dance of fate and discovery. In that moment, Captain Drake felt both the weight of history and the spark of a new beginning. The call of the relic was not merely a signal from the past. It was an invitation to reclaim the legacy of humanity and to steer it toward an uncertain yet hopeful future. With resolute determination, Aurora issued the final command. The celestial Voyager surged forward into the cosmic sea, carrying its captain and a crew of dreamers on a voyage toward an ancient destiny, where every light year brought them closer to the heart of the mystery that was their heritage. The celestial Voyager glided through the dark expanse, its engines humming a steady cadence that resonated like a heartbeat amid the void. Captain Aurora Drake stood on the bridge, her gaze fixed on the star-speckled vista beyond the viewports. Today was not just a journey toward an ancient relic. It was the beginning of an expedition that required the unity and talents of the galaxy's most resourceful souls. In the ship's bustling corridor, crew members from myriad backgrounds converged like a vibrant mosaic. At the helm of the crew was Ensign Rylan Torres, a quick-witted navigator whose uncanny ability to chart cosmic anomalies had earned him a reputation as a human compass among the stars. His lighthearted banter masked a deeply analytical mind, always calculating risk and reward with the precision of a finely tuned instrument. Dr. Kaya Zen, the ship's chief xenobiologist, moved gracefully among the crew, her inquisitive eyes absorbing every detail. With a reputation for unorthodox methods and groundbreaking discoveries, Kaya's passion for uncovering the secrets of alien life was both infectious and inspiring. Her voice, when she spoke of her research, held a soft, lyrical quality, as if every word was a carefully chosen note in a symphony of cosmic wonder. In a secluded corner of the engine room, deep within the heart of the starship, technician Yarrick Voss diligently calibrated the propulsion system. His rough exterior belied a genius-level understanding of mechanics and energy manipulation. Every adjustment he made, every flicker on his control panel, was a testament to his unwavering dedication to keeping the celestial Voyager and its crew safe as they hurtled through the cosmos. Captain Drake, moving purposefully through the corridors, called a meeting in the central briefing chamber. The room buzzed with anticipation as specialists gathered around a holographic projection table. Among them was Lieutenant Mara Voss, whose calm authority and clear-headed strategy had already proven indispensable, and Ambassador Liera, a seasoned diplomat known for her ability to navigate the treacherous waters of interstellar politics. Their faces lit by the soft glow of starlight reflections, the assembled crew were a living tapestry of hope and determination. "Welcome, everyone," Drake began, her voice both commanding and warm. "Our mission is more than just following an ancient signal. We are the inheritors of a legacy that has slumbered for 1,000,000 years. Each of you brings a unique strength to this quest, a skill honed in the crucible of your past experiences. Together, we will piece together the fragments of our heritage and confront the forces that seek to keep it buried." The room fell silent as Drake's words sank in. Ryland's eyes sparkled with excitement. Kaya's expression shifted to a look of resolute determination. Yarrick nodded with a quiet confidence. Even Ambassador Liera's calm exterior betrayed a flicker of concern, aware of the delicate political undercurrents swirling around the ancient relic and its implications. As the discussion deepened, the crew exchanged ideas and debated the best course of action. Ryland's maps and projections illuminated potential routes through treacherous nebulae, while Dr. Zen detailed the scientific significance of the relic's inscriptions, symbols that hinted at a lost era when humanity was at the zenith of its glory. Mara laid out tactical considerations, reminding everyone that not all who roamed the galaxy wished for this rediscovery. "There are those," she warned, "who see our past as a threat to the new order. We must be vigilant." The dialogue was punctuated by bursts of humor and quiet moments of introspection, bonding the team in their shared purpose. Each voice, distinct yet harmonious, wove a narrative of unity in the face of uncertainty. Captain Drake listened intently, her heart swelling with pride and anticipation. The crew was not just a group of individuals. It was a living entity, each piece essential to the mission's success. By the time the meeting drew to a close, plans had been set and roles assigned. The Celestial Voyager was more than a vessel. It was a cradle for the rebirth of human legacy. With their collective skills and unwavering resolve, the crew was ready to set sail into the vast unknown, driven by the conviction that the truth of their past could reshape the destiny of the galaxy. As the bridge returned to a calm, methodical rhythm, Captain Drake stood alone for a moment, gazing at the starfield. In that quiet interlude, she felt the weight of history and the promise of a future yet to be written. The crew was gathered, their hearts and minds aligned with the call of destiny, a call that would soon echo through the cosmos, heralding a new chapter in the saga of humanity. The Celestial Voyager descended slowly toward an ancient, barren planet, a world where time had etched its secrets into every rock and crevice. Captain Drake and her team disembarked onto a landscape that seemed suspended between decay and majesty. The ground was a tapestry of rusted metallic fragments and stone structures, remnants of a civilization that had once flourished with the splendor of human ingenuity. Dr. Kaya Zen led the initial exploration, her eyes wide with a blend of scientific fervor and reverence. The planet's surface was scattered with colossal monoliths, their surfaces adorned with swirling hieroglyphs and star charts that hinted at an era when humanity's knowledge had reached celestial heights. As the team ventured deeper into a valley framed by towering, weathered ruins, the air itself vibrated with the silent echoes of long-forgotten voices. "Look at these symbols," Kaya murmured, crouching before a half-buried tablet. The inscription shimmered faintly in the dim light, as though trying to impart its ancient tale. They speak of journeys beyond the stars, of dreams that soared higher than our modern imaginations. It's as if these relics are the whispers of our ancestors, urging us to remember who we once were. Lieutenant Mara Voss scanned the surroundings, her tactical gaze noting every potential hazard hidden among the debris. "We need to be cautious," she advised. "This place is beautiful, but beauty often masks danger." Her voice, firm yet respectful of the site's sanctity, underscored the ever-present tension between discovery and peril. Captain Drake, absorbing every detail, felt a stirring of deep connection to the past. The relics spoke not only in the language of stone and metal, but in the silent, timeless language of hope. As she carefully examined an intricate relief carved into the face of a towering obelisk, a surge of emotions overwhelmed her, a mixture of pride, loss, and determination. Each etched line told a story of human resilience, a testament to a civilization that had soared to unimaginable heights before vanishing into the annals of time. The crew set up a temporary research outpost near the ruins. In the soft glow of portable lamps, they gathered around ancient artifacts, piecing together the narratives inscribed upon them. Rylan Torres, the ever-curious navigator, spread out digital maps that overlaid the relics' locations with known star charts. "These symbols correlate with celestial coordinates," he explained excitedly. "They could be guiding us to something greater, a sanctuary, perhaps, or a repository of knowledge lost over eons." Amid the measured hum of scientific instruments, soft conversations merged with the whispers of the wind across the desolate plains. The dialogue was interspersed with moments of quiet introspection, as each crew member contemplated the significance of what they were uncovering. It was not merely an archaeological expedition. It was a journey into the soul of humanity itself. In a secluded alcove behind a fallen archway, Captain Drake discovered a small chamber untouched by time. Inside, delicate murals depicted a radiant human figure reaching out toward a cascade of stars. The imagery was hauntingly familiar, a mirror of humanity's eternal quest for meaning, a reminder of the dreams that had once propelled the species into the unknown. With measured care, Drake brushed away layers of dust, revealing a map etched in the stone that seemed to converge on a singular, enigmatic point in the cosmos. The planet, with its relics and echoes, was a bridge between epochs. The artifacts were more than inert stones. They were living conduits to a legacy waiting to be reclaimed. As dusk fell and the twin moons rose in the indigo sky, the crew gathered once more, their faces illuminated by the soft luminescence of discovery. The ancient symbols had begun to weave their tale, a tale of human brilliance and vulnerability, of past glories and future promises. In that moment, as the winds whispered through the ruins, the echoes of tomorrow resonated with the voices of yesteryear. The relics had spoken, and the crew, bound by the shared desire to reconnect with a storied past, knew that this was only the beginning. The journey ahead was fraught with uncertainty, but with every relic uncovered, the true essence of humanity, the courage to remember, to rebuild, and to dream, was brought back into focus. Under the pale glow of distant stars, the crew of the celestial Voyager found themselves at a crossroads, a place where ambition and treachery entwined in the cosmic shadows. The ancient relics, once a symbol of humanity's splendor, now became a battleground for ideologies, as whispers of power and control began to circulate among those who coveted the lost legacy. The temporary outpost near the ruins was transformed into a hub of hushed negotiations and secretive exchanges. In a dimly lit chamber, Ambassador Liera convened with local emissaries from rival alien factions. The soft murmur of voices was punctuated by the crackle of covert transmissions. In this crucible of hidden agendas, every word was measured, every gesture laden with unspoken intent. "We must be wary," Liera cautioned a nervous diplomat, her eyes narrowing as she reviewed digital archives of intercepted communications. There are those who believe that reviving humanity's ancient legacy will disrupt the delicate balance of power in this sector. They see us not as heirs of a forgotten past, but as harbingers of change, a threat to their order. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the excavation site, Lieutenant Mara Voss patrolled the perimeter with the keen precision of a seasoned strategist. Her instincts, honed through years of navigating the treacherous corridors of interstellar politics, warned her of an impending storm. The planet's eerie silence belied the turbulence brewing beneath the surface, a conspiracy that would soon challenge the unity of the celestial Voyager. Back at the research outpost, Captain Drake gathered her core team to discuss the unsettling intelligence that had surfaced. Over the holographic table, illuminated by the interplay of light and shadow, the tension was palpable. Ryland's usually buoyant demeanor had given way to cautious scrutiny, and Dr. Kaya Zen's analytical gaze was clouded by concern. "Reports suggest that factions allied with Overlord Zinther are moving in," Mara announced, her voice steady but grave. "They plan to sabotage our operations and seize control of the relics. This isn't just about rediscovering our past. It's a fight for the future of every civilization in this quadrant." Drake's eyes, normally alight with the thrill of discovery, darkened with the weight of responsibility. "We must remain vigilant," she declared. "Our mission is larger than any one faction's ambitions. The relics carry the spirit of humanity, its resilience, its creativity, and we cannot allow them to be twisted into instruments of oppression." A tense silence followed, broken only by the hum of the starship's life support systems and the distant echoes of the ancient planet's wind. Each crew member understood that their unity was fragile, susceptible to the corrosive influence of betrayal. In hushed confidences, old alliances were questioned and loyalties reassessed. Subtle glances, once filled with camaraderie, now hinted at hidden doubts. As night deepened over the ruined landscape, covert operatives dispatched by Zinther infiltrated the outpost. Their movements were ghost-like, silent, precise, and driven by a singular desire to dismantle the human resurgence. One such figure, cloaked in the darkness of deception, slipped into the chamber where Captain Drake meticulously cataloged the relic's inscriptions. In the soft glow of an isolated data terminal, the saboteur's fingers danced across controls, corrupting files and erasing crucial historical records. Unbeknownst to the intruder, a subtle shift in the ambient light caught Mara's attention. She moved swiftly, intercepting the saboteur in a narrow corridor. A terse confrontation ensued, words sharp as plasma blades. and in the ensuing struggle, the saboteur fled deeper into the labyrinthine corridors of the outpost. Later, in a secure briefing room, Drake convened an urgent meeting with her trusted lieutenants. The betrayal was laid bare, vital data had been compromised, and the integrity of their mission was at risk. The dialogue that followed was laced with both defiance and sorrow, a recognition that in the shadows of grandeur, betrayal could thrive. "We stand at the threshold of history," Drake proclaimed, her voice resolute. "Our ancestors' legacy is not meant to serve the ambitions of tyrants. We will restore what has been lost and protect it from those who would use it for tyranny." In that moment, the fractured trust among the crew began to mend, as the realization dawned that their shared destiny was stronger than any individual treachery. The echoes of betrayal reverberated through the cold corridors of the outpost, but they also forged a newfound determination, a commitment to honor the past by safeguarding the promise of tomorrow. As the stars wheeled silently overhead, the crew of the celestial voyagers steeled themselves for the challenges ahead. In the interplay of shadows and light, the seeds of resistance took root. The battle for humanity's heritage had begun, and in the face of deceit, unity would become their most potent weapon against the forces of oppression. The journey through the cosmic tapestry brought the celestial voyager to the fringes of a celestial graveyard, a once majestic nexus of ancient relics now reduced to a labyrinth of crumbling arches and shattered monuments. This forsaken expanse, bathed in the eerie luminescence of distant quasars, was where legends said the final piece of humanity's legacy lay hidden. As the crew prepared to probe the nexus, a sinister tension permeated the air, a premonition of the dangers that lurked in the shadows. Captain Drake led a small team down a narrow, debris-strewn pathway that wound between colossal ruins. Every step stirred echoes of a forgotten past, where the artistry of ancient builders met the ravages of time. The stone walls, adorned with intricate carvings that glowed faintly under the starlight, seemed to whisper secrets of a bygone era. The nexus itself pulsed with an enigmatic energy, drawing the team closer with its silent, magnetic pull. Unbeknownst to them, hidden among the jagged ruins, enemy forces lay in wait. Overlord Zinther's operatives, stealthy, shadow-clad saboteurs, had tracked the crew's every move. Their presence was almost imperceptible, like a dark stain on the fabric of space. The ambush was not sudden, but a gradual suffocation of the crew's hopes. The silence was too deliberate, the darkness too profound. As Dr. Kaya Zen carefully examined a weathered tablet embedded in a towering pillar, the stillness shattered. A volley of plasma bolts exploded from concealed turrets, slicing through the gloom with blinding precision. The sudden assault sent shockwaves through the narrow corridor. Captain Drake's heart pounded as she instinctively dove behind a fallen archway, her voice cutting through the chaos. "Take cover. Return fire," she commanded, her tone a blend of determination and urgency. The corridor erupted into a cacophony of clashing energy and desperate shouts. Lieutenant Mara Voss swiftly organized the defense, her tactical acumen turning the confined space into a makeshift battleground. Rylan Torres recalibrated his navigational console, trying to lock onto the attackers' positions, while technician Yarrick Voss frantically worked to stabilize the ship's remote communication link, ensuring they could call reinforcements if needed. The crew moved with practiced precision. Amidst the searing bursts of plasma, Kaya ducked behind a fallen column, clutching the ancient tablet as if it were a talisman. "The relic, it's resonating with the energy here," she yelled, her voice strained with both fear and wonder. The tablet's carvings pulsed rhythmically, as though awakening to the conflict, casting eerie patterns on the shattered stone floor. In the midst of the chaos, Captain Drake and Mara advanced toward a vantage point. From behind a jagged outcrop, they observed shadowy figures systematically coordinating the ambush. Zinther's presence was palpable, even if unseen, his operatives executing orders with cold efficiency. Drake's eyes, filled with resolute fire, met Mara's as they silently communicated their shared resolve. They would not let this betrayal extinguish the flame of human heritage. Drawing on her inner strength, Drake rallied her team. "We hold this line. Protect the relic at all costs. It's more than a key to our past. It's our future." Her voice echoed against the ancient stones, instilling a surge of courage in her weary crew. The battle raged, a desperate struggle to preserve the spark of a long-dormant legacy against overwhelming odds. Amidst the swirling debris and dancing lights of plasma, alliances solidified in the heat of combat. The crew's unity shone as brightly as the stars overhead, even as the ambush threatened to shatter their resolve. In a pivotal moment, as another wave of attackers surged forward, Captain Drake seized an opportunity. With calculated precision, she led a countercharge that broke the enemy's formation. The ensuing clash was a maelstrom of light and shadow. Each burst of energy, each shouted command, weaving the tapestry of a fight that was as much for the soul of humanity as it was for survival. When the echoes of the last salvo faded into the silence of the Nexus, the corridor lay strewn with remnants of the ambush. The air, thick with the scent of ionized metal and scorched stone, bore silent testimony to the intensity of the battle. Amid the rubble, the ancient relic pulsed steadily, its rhythm now intertwined with the heartbeat of the survivors. Captain Drake, her uniform scorched and eyes steeled with resolve, surveyed the aftermath. "We may have been ambushed, but we have not been broken," she murmured, her voice soft yet indomitable. The ruined Nexus, scarred by conflict, stood as a stark reminder of the price of rediscovery, a price the crew was willing to pay to reclaim their forgotten legacy. In that fragile stillness, as the survivors regrouped and attended to the wounded, the ambush at the ruined Nexus transformed from an act of betrayal into a crucible of rebirth, a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity, poised to ignite the spark of revolution against tyranny. In the heart of an ancient, colossal structure, a relic of monumental proportions that had withstood the ravages of 1,000,000 years, the final confrontation loomed like a storm on the horizon. This hallowed site, a titanic edifice carved from celestial stone and adorned with symbols of a forgotten era, pulsed with an otherworldly light. It was here that the fate of human heritage would be decided. Captain Aurora Drake and her crew advanced with measured determination, their presence a stark defiance against the oppressive forces of Overlord Zinther. The vast chamber echoed with the low hum of dormant energy, each pulse resonating as a heartbeat of a long-lost civilization. Shards of ancient lore shimmered along the walls, as if the very structure remembered the rise and fall of its creators. From the shadowed recesses, Zinther's forces emerged, an imposing phalanx of armored warriors, their eyes glinting with a cold, merciless light. At their head, Overlord Zinther himself materialized, his presence commanding and ominous. Clad in obsidian armor that absorbed the relic's luminous glow, he radiated an aura of authority and disdain. "Captain Drake," Zinther's voice boomed across the cavernous expanse, each syllable heavy with contempt. "You dare challenge the order I have built? Your quest for a relic you scarcely understand will only plunge this galaxy into chaos." Drake's reply was calm, yet resolute. "This relic is not a weapon to be wielded by tyrants, Zinther. It is a testament to our shared past, a legacy meant to inspire, not to enslave. Today, you face not just my crew, but the spirit of a people long silenced." As the two forces clashed, the chamber erupted into a maelstrom of light, sound, and fury. Plasma bolts crisscrossed the air, igniting the ancient carvings with transient sparks. Amidst the chaos, Captain Drake and Zinther engaged in a duel of ideologies as much as physical combat. Their weapons clashed in a rhythmic symphony, each strike punctuating their fervent beliefs. Mara Voss led her tactical squad, weaving through the battlefield with agile precision, ensuring that every human soldier held their line. Rylan Torres and technician Yarek Voss operated in concert, Rylan's quick thinking coordinating strategic maneuvers, while Jarek's expertise kept the Celestial Voyager's systems online for reinforcements. Dr. Kaya Zen, ever the seeker of truth, remained by Drake's side, her calm presence a steadying force amidst the pandemonium. In the heat of battle, amidst the roar of energy and clashing metal, the relic's power began to manifest. The ancient structure responded to the conflict, its walls pulsing with vibrant energy that reverberated in time with the fighters' heartbeats. Captain Drake caught a fleeting glimpse of luminous patterns cascading across the floor, a celestial map that hinted at mysteries beyond even her boldest imaginings. The duel reached its crescendo when Drake, her eyes ablaze with conviction, managed to disarm Zinther in a deft maneuver that sent his energy blades skittering across the mosaic floor. In that charged moment, the room fell into a brief, reverential silence, a pause in time where destiny itself seemed to hold its breath. "Your reign of tyranny ends now," Drake declared, her voice echoing through the vast chamber. "The legacy of humanity is not yours to control." Zinther's eyes narrowed, his expression contorting with a blend of fury and disbelief. "You underestimate the power of order," he hissed, launching himself back into the fray with renewed vigor. Their battle transcended physical combat. It was a collision of visions, where every strike was imbued with the hopes of a reborn civilization and the dark ambitions of an empire built on suppression. In the midst of this epic confrontation, allies rallied. The combined might of the human crew and their unexpected alien supporters, who had long harbored their own grievances against Zinther's dominion, surged forward. Their unified assault broke the enemy's formation, sending shockwaves through the chamber. The relic's radiant energy now flooded the space, as if celebrating the resurgence of a spirit long buried. With one final, resolute strike, Captain Drake drove her blade into the heart of Zinther's defenses, symbolically and literally disarming him of his power. As the tyrant staggered and fell, his forces wavered, their cohesion shattering like glass under the weight of their defeat. In that climactic moment, the chamber erupted in a crescendo of light and hope. The ancient relic, its secrets now unlocked by the valor and sacrifice of those who fought, glowed with the promise of a new beginning, a future where the legacy of humanity could flourish without the chains of oppression. The galactic showdown had reached its zenith. The echoes of battle faded into a triumphant silence, leaving behind a tableau of battered warriors and the indelible imprint of a legacy reclaimed. The aftermath of the galactic showdown left the colossal relic bathed in a gentle, transformative glow, a beacon of hope amid the scattered remnants of battle. In the silent expanse of the ancient chamber, the air vibrated with a sense of renewal as the once oppressive darkness slowly gave way to dawn. Captain Aurora Drake stood amid the debris, her gaze fixed on the luminous patterns that now danced along the walls, a celestial map, hinting at endless possibilities and a future unbound by tyranny. Outside, the celestial Voyager awaited its return with its battered crew still humming with the adrenaline of victory. The corridors echoed with quiet conversations of relief, gratitude, and solemn reflections on the cost of freedom. As reinforcements arrived, human and alien allies alike began to piece together their shattered forces, united by the singular purpose of rebuilding a legacy that had been reclaimed through courage and sacrifice. In the command center, Captain Drake convened her senior officers for a final debrief. Lieutenant Mara Voss, still vigilant from the recent battle, reported on the enemy remnants, now scattered and leaderless. Dr. Kaya Zen, with her characteristic calm, recounted the relic's mysterious energy, a power that had not only guided them in combat, but had also kindled within every soul a profound connection to a lost past. Rylan Torres and technician Yarrick Voss exchanged insights on the relic's potential to chart new star maps, hinting at undiscovered worlds where humanity might forge fresh beginnings. As the discussions wove together dreams and strategies, Ambassador Liera stepped forward, her voice resonating with a diplomatic fervor. "Today, we stand on the threshold of a reborn era. The relic's secrets have not only silenced tyranny, but have also ignited a spark, a promise that our past, with all its trials and triumphs, will guide us toward a horizon where unity triumphs over division." The crew's collective gaze turned once more to the ancient structure. Slowly, the relic's pulsating light revealed detailed carvings that chronicled the history of humankind, a saga of innovation, loss, and ultimately, redemption. The symbols spoke of a cycle of rebirth, where even after 1,000,000 years of silence, the human spirit could rise anew, resilient and resolute. Over the following days, efforts to restore order and nurture hope began in earnest. The celestial Voyager became more than a vessel. It was a cradle for the revitalization of human heritage, The crew set up temporary outposts on newly discovered planets, each site becoming a haven for scholars, diplomats, and visionaries eager to rebuild a society rooted in the lessons of the past and the promise of the future. Captain Drake, now more a symbol than ever of the human spirit, visited the relic one last time. With a gentle touch, she traced the carved lines, feeling the weight of history and the pulse of destiny intermingled beneath her fingertips. In that quiet moment, she vowed that the legacy of humanity would be one of courage, exploration, and enduring hope, a light that would guide future generations through the darkness. As starlight bathed the reclaimed ruins in a soft, silver glow, the galaxy itself seemed to exhale, a vast, cosmic sigh of relief and anticipation. The boundaries of old empires were redrawn, and a new alliance, forged in the crucible of battle and united by the love of discovery, began to take shape across the stars. In the final hours before the celestial voyager resumed its journey to chart new frontiers, the crew gathered on the observation deck. The panoramic view of the cosmos stretched out before them, a tapestry of endless potential and silent wonders. There, amidst shared smiles and determined looks, they embraced the dawn of a new era, a future where the past and the future intertwined to create a legacy not bound by fear, but inspired by hope. With hearts full of resolve and eyes set on the uncharted, humanity's long slumber had ended, and a new chapter was ready to be written in the annals of the universe.